Hello everyone, welcome to my first video on YouTube. It's going to be about deadlifts. I'm going to take you through a deadlift session of mine, warm up, all the sets, weights, etc. and what I do. But prior to that, I'm going to share 5 tips that will instantly increase your deadlift power. Without any form of strength training, if you can kind of fix these little things and add them into how you deadlift, you will instantly see a better power output. So I'll run them first. So first things first, I start with a warm up. I like to jump on the assault bike, gets my arms and legs moving and starts getting blood pumping in to both the muscles of the upper and the lower body. And also once I come off, I'll move into kind of some deadlift type movements. As you can see here, I begin to kind of work through basically the deadlift with no bar, just kind of overstretching and letting my back move, getting used to the movement and ready to go. The next little tip that I like is ditch the footwear. Gets you closer to the ground. You lose none of your kind of power drive into the kind of squidginess of your shoes. So that's the next tip. So tip number 3 is making sure your hands and feet are in the right spot. Hands nicely under your hips and then hands underneath your shoulders in a very efficient position. Means that all your power is being driven in the right direction and you're not using any muscles you don't need to, having a wider grip. Tip number 4. Using chalk or hand wraps. Don't want to be worrying about grip fatigue when you're trying to max out with a heavy lift like deadlift. So if you got chalk, that's preferable. If not, hand wraps. Next little tip is keeping that bar as tight to your shins and thighs as possible throughout the movement. This will reduce massive amounts of stress on the back of the bars, nice and close, and also it improves the efficiency of movement. Therefore, more power can be generated. This next tip is probably the one that most people miss, and it's pulling the slack out the bar. Now, the gym I was in is too loud for you to hear the noise that happens, but next time you've got the deadlift bar out, you can see kind of what I'm doing here in the video, where you can see a little bit of movement in the bar, but I know it's hard to see in the video. But next time you're at the gym and you're deadlifting, once you've got some weight on the bar, just kind of pull at the bar, knowing you're not going to lift it off the ground, but enough that you'll feel what I mean when the slack gets taken out of the bar. Again, similar to the shoes off, last thing you want to do is to just initiate all your drive and all your power and lose a lot of that when the bar just moves, the slack comes out of the bar. So yeah, remove the slack first, then engage in the lift. Right, it's time to head to the gym. I've got deadlifts and upper body today. I'm going to take you through the warming up and the deadlift portion of that. As you can see here, I'm beginning my session like I have explained the tips previously with a warm-up. I used the ski erg. This day, as you can see, the ski erg is quite a similar movement to the deadlift. It's a hip hinge and it gets the back moving. This is why I was choosing to do this one today. So I'll drop back in and out when I've got things to say, but I'm not going to sit and chat all video. No need for that. beginning to work through some warm-up sets here, starting with the bar and then progressively working up towards the working sets. Here I apply the chalk, as mentioned in the tips before, to help with the grip, and then you go over here and you see me doing my way of accelerating the liquid chalk drying by pedaling the assault bike to create wind on my hands. And here we go, timer's on and set number 1 about to go down. 165 kilos, 3 reps, first set. Set number 2, 170 kilograms for another 3 reps. Set number 3, 175 for another 3 reps. And here we go, set number 4, 180 kilograms for another 3. And set number 5, 185 kilograms for another 3. As you can see here, from most of my time spent between sets is just pacing. And here we have a bonus set because I felt good, 190 kilos. And that was the session over. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and a subscribe and a like would be much appreciated. These videos will get better, I'm sure.